on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up.
Shedeur Sanders has stunned the fashion scene with a jaw-dropping entrance into high luxury, making headlines after an unexpected debut with elite fashion house AMIRI in Paris. This isn't hype or exaggeration. It's an alleged $80 million agreement that's sending serious ripples through both the sports and fashion worlds. According to reports, Shedeur and his brother Shiloh have locked in a massive deal with AMIRI, and this goes far beyond a typical sponsorship. This isn't just about wearing designer outfits for photos or social media posts. It's about stepping directly onto the Paris runway itself. Both brothers are said to be set to walk in full European high fashion shows, marking a rare crossover between elite athletics and luxury couture. In a matter of moments, Shedeur Sanders has gone from celebrating touchdowns on the field to commanding attention on Fashion Week catwalks. And the scale of this move is impossible to ignore.
Oh, he has a better closet for sure. He has a little bit more free time. Yeah, I got some more free time now. But we both have swag, you know what I'm saying? We get it from prime time. Yeah. He hates to say it, but everything he try to wear, our dad already did. So he think he be doing his own thing. But
you might be asking why Shedeur Sanders was the one AMIRI chose, and what convinced such a powerful luxury brand to commit an eye-watering $80 million to a football player. So let's break it down. Shedeur's influence has reached a level where major fashion houses are actively competing for his attention, and AMIRI recognized they had to move quickly. Reports suggest the brand targeted him specifically because of his deep cultural impact within the Black American community, where he is widely seen as one of the most influential young figures authentically representing modern culture, lifestyle, and identity. This deal was never just about shifting designer clothing. It was about relevance, credibility, and connection. AMIRI wanted someone who could genuinely link high-end fashion with street culture, luxury with real-world authenticity, and Shedeur fits that role perfectly. With preparations underway for his Paris runway appearance, his value is rising rapidly not just on the pitch, but far beyond it. And this is where his business instincts really stand out, because not long ago Gatorade reportedly offered him $60 million over 3 years, a figure most athletes would accept instantly as life-changing money. Yet Shedeur Sanders chose to think bigger.
He structured his contract. He had an equity clause in his deal with Gatorade. That clause basically said, I'm not just here as a name or a body. I want part of what's being built off of me. I want ownership in the outcome. So that clause essentially just preserved his interest. He walked away with his corrected status in the contract.
Rather than grabbing a quick payout, he reportedly chose a far smarter path by negotiating a 3% ownership stake in Gatorade USA, a decision that completely changes the conversation. Instead of guaranteed cash, he bet on equity in one of the most powerful beverage brands on the planet, a move that draws a clear line between talented athletes and true business minds. On paper, 3% may sound small, but when a company generates billions of dollars in annual revenue, that slice becomes enormous, delivering long-term returns that could last for decades. This wasn't about fast money. It was about legacy, about setting up wealth that stretches far beyond his own career and into future generations. If projections hold, Shedeur could realistically become the youngest billionaire in NFL history while still actively playing, not years after retirement, but during his prime, making plays and headlines at the same time. That idea may feel unrealistic for most players, but not for someone who has already turned down multiple multi-million-pound offers from other global brands. Even before taking a single professional snap, he had already rewritten the rules by securing a record-breaking £125 million deal that stunned the sports world and sparked heavy skepticism from analysts and fans alike. The doubts didn't matter to him because the brands understood his value, and once he stepped onto the field for his first preseason appearance, everything escalated even further. Nike reportedly triggered a special active player clause that doubled the deal's value overnight, pushing his projected earnings to an astonishing £250 million over 4 years, alongside an almost unheard-of agreement granting him 50% of all jersey sales. While most rookies were celebrating modest endorsements and signing bonuses, Shedeur Sanders was already operating in a completely different financial universe, playing a game far bigger than football.
Shedeur Sanders has sold the most amount of jerseys out of any rookie this year, 375,000 jerseys to match his NFL contract.
This moment cemented Shedeur as not only the highest-earning rookie the NFL has ever seen, but also one of the most powerful young figures in modern sport. And that's what truly caught people off guard. Despite slipping out of the first round, he was already outperforming headline prospects like Cam Ward and Travis Hunter in influence, earnings, and visibility, proving that where you're drafted doesn't automatically dictate how far you go. He showed, in real time, that success is shaped more by timing, strategy, and sharp negotiation than by draft night hype. While others focus solely on improving their stock, Shedeur was quietly maximizing his platform, locking in partnerships, and laying foundations for something far bigger than football. He's never hidden his business-first mindset, and his reach clearly extends well beyond the pitch. Alongside his headline Nike deal, he's expanded into multiple ventures, from launching his own clothing label to rolling out a signature barbecue sauce, collaborating with EA Sports on exclusive gaming projects, and securing a major partnership with Brady, Tom Brady's wellness and lifestyle brand. In doing so, Shedeur Sanders has deliberately stepped beyond the role of athlete and established himself as a full-scale brand force in his own right.
I'm always smiling. Yeah, I'm always smiling, that's for sure. I'm heavily involved in the business. I have a vision, and I like to see it be achieved. My purpose and my vision is to be in position to have all the resources I ever need and be able to use them, for people that's coming later on in the generations and later on in my youth.
None of these moves were random side projects or quick money plays. They were carefully planned steps to expand his reach and lock himself into multiple worlds at once. His clothing line speaks directly to a young, loyal audience. The barbecue brand ties back to his roots and family identity. The EA Sport collaboration keeps him visible where millions of fans spend their time, and the partnership with Brady places him alongside one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, subtly framing him as the next generation of greatness. What really sets Shedeur apart, though, is that he's built all of this without losing his authenticity, something many athletes struggle with once big money enters the picture. Instead of becoming overly corporate, he stayed connected to culture and represents a new era of players who understand their value, their influence, and aren't afraid to capitalize on it. The AMIRI deal captures this perfectly, as luxury fashion increasingly looks beyond traditional European ideals and embraces urban culture shaped by hip-hop, streetwear, and sport, all of which Shedeur embodies. The lesson here is clear. Believe in your worth. Think beyond short-term paychecks, prioritize ownership, diversify while you can, and stay true to who you are. Shedeur Sanders isn't just succeeding as an athlete. He's redefining what modern success looks like, building something that will last long after football, and forcing everyone to rethink the future of athlete branding altogether.